Well, it's been a bit under 2 years since we've last seen the Tufts Jumbos take on a NESCAC opponent, and finally the time has come in the 2021 season as they take on the Connecticut College Camels here in Cousins Gymnasium. Glad you could join us here today here on JumboCast. I'm Andrew Howe, joined here by my colleague Sam Brill, and we're super excited to take you through the action here in Cousins Gymnasium. Sam, there's a lot of history between these two teams, but the biggest thing, I think, is the sort of disparity that these two teams have had in terms of practice in last year in 2020 and this year in 2021.
Absolutely, and Tufts spent the entire 2020 offseason, in the gym, working really hard, of course, following COVID protocols when they could, getting in the gym, working in pods, in cohorts, as you will, whereas the Connecticut College Camels couldn't do as much, but in the spring when things began to open up a little bit and people began to get vaccinated, they were able to take on a couple of opponents, but this year they've had their season shortened already due to COVID-19. The Connecticut College Camels in their first play, and it comes with the greatest stakes here in Cousins Gymnasium, again in NESCAC play.
Yeah, on the other side, the Tufts Jumbos have had 5 matches of non-conference play to kind of get themselves a little bit ready for the big task at hand, because there's a lot riding on this season, Sam. This Tufts Jumbos roster are the defending NESCAC champions. They took that title in 2019, and so starting off against the Connecticut College Camels, definitely a bit of an easier matchup considering the history that is at stake here.
Absolutely, and keep in mind that the Camels are coming in here with a chip on their shoulder, considering they haven't beat this Jumbos team since 2006. That'll make it 15 years since they last defeated the Jumbos. The Jumbos last season in conference play going 10-0, whereas the Camels went 0-10. So they're coming in here with a lot to prove. The Jumbos coming in here as the established favorite with a lot to lose. They always say you're dangerous when you have nothing to lose. So look out for the Connecticut College Camels. Both teams wearing white today in this matchup. The Jumbos on the right of your screen and the Camels on the left of your screen once we switch the view to the court.
Yeah, and we're about to do that. We're about to get underway here in Cousins Gymnasium. And as we take a look at the players that are on our screen right now, Sam, a couple of adjustments here in the starting lineups for the Jumbos.
Right, Grace Legree battling a non-severe, pretty mild ankle injury, so she'll be sitting this one out. Her replacement in today's match will be Cora Cunningham. It'll be her first start, and no better time to do it than here in NESCAC play.
Yeah, Cunningham has had some decent play in the past 5 matches that the Jumbos have had so far this season. Alongside her on the court are Kate Dessler, Ariel Zedrick. It appears that there's also Jennifer Ryan, Janelle Yarwood, and Tori Golden on the right side. On the other side for the Connecticut College Camels, we do have a bit of an adjustment here. The freshman setter, I believe, Lauren Carey, will be making her first appearance here in collegiate play. Yeah,
and that's certainly one thing to look out for here. A lot of these players haven't had a ton of experience, but the Jumbos returning Dessler, Zedrick, Steph Lee, and Janelle Yarwood. Jen Ryan as well, who played a lot of minutes and a lot of sets in previous years for the Jumbos. The Camels with significantly less experience already to begin with, so we'll see how they come out. Zedrick now set back to serve.
Here we go. First serve here of NESCAC play here for the Tufts Jumbos. It's going to be Gunderman with the first spike of the game picked up here. Zedrick sending it over to Golden onto the right side. And the Camels will have a chance to retaliate here. Out of bounds it goes, and game point number 1 going to Tufts.
And the Jumbos are playing this one with a 5-2 rotation, so that means that they're going to have one setter on the floor at all times. Right now, I believe they're starting with Zedrick in the back, Cunningham in the rotation, though.
Jumbos with the serve once again. It's going to be well received there by Kate Dessler. Jen Ryan, first attack of the day, and it's going to be another point going over to Tufts. I think it was a net violation in that case.
The Jumbos have not served extremely well so far this season. Not very many aces, and we're seeing that already.
A bit of a more defensive setup here for the Connecticut College Camels. We have Marino and Julia Daly on the floor right now. And this time it's going to be Randall with the spike picked up by Dessler. Zedrick, who will she send it to this time? Going to be Janelle Yarwood. One of the surprises here this season. Janelle Yarwood has been phenomenal for the Jumbos.
Well, not a surprise to me, Andrew. Yarwood has been incredible, filling in her freshman year when she came out for the team and got the opportunity to play, but Yarwood leading the team in kills per set with 2.5.
Zedrick once again with the serve, 3-0 in favor of Tufts. Stephanie Lee with a nice dig. Zedrick this time to Dessler on the back, and it's not going to be picked up by Daly. 4-0 in favor of Tufts.
And Kate Dessler, one of the incredible leaders for this Jumbos team, just getting in there, able to close the point.
Ariel Zedrick has had a very good service so far. Going to try it again. Marino with the first receive. Going to set it back up. It's just going to be up by the setter here for Connecticut College. Jen Ryan on the backside. Picked up again by Daly. Here comes LeDuc on the backside, but it's out of bounds.
And that's a mistake that you can't be making if you're the Connecticut College Camels. Already down 5-0 here in the first set. Jumbos have frankly done a great job so far, but too many errors from the Camels.
Let's see if Connecticut College can turn this around. It's going to be Randall once again. Zedrick with a nice save here. Yarwood again from the left side. And now Connecticut College has a chance ball of their own. Keep feeding Randall into the back. Jen Ryan again. Carry up, and it's just going to be a bump there. Zedrick up to Yarwood. It worked last time. And hit high up into the air by Daly. Carry up to Randall, and now it's Dessler with the dig. Jen Ryan with the fast attack gets another point for Tufts.
And you can already see the difference in communication between the Jumbos and the Camels. The Camels not really able to set up an attack, playing all defense so far. Zedrick now with 6 service points to start out the game.
Very great run so far by Ariel Zedrick and the Jumbos. It's going to be Marino with the receive this time. Back up to Randall, who is a freshman. Dessler with the dig. Zedrick up. And Tori Golden down, but just out of bounds. First point of the game for the Camels.
And well done by the Camels, letting that one go just a little bit far. It looks like there may have been one other ball in that run that may have been wide, but the Camels now looking for every opportunity to get back into this first set, already finding themselves down 5.
The freshman Julia Daly wearing the libero uniform back to serve for Connecticut College. Received by Yarwood. Stephanie Lee with a nice save there. Jen Ryan diving to make the play to get the ball over. Here comes the first play here for Amanda Kreidler, another freshman coming out from Connecticut College. Just a lot of young players here getting their first looks in NCAA and 2 straight points for themselves.
Right, and even you can see the difference in demeanor there. The Camels getting extremely excited when they're winning a point, whereas it's more expected for the Jumbos, seeming a lot more composed.
Out of bounds by Daly on her first service attempts of her collegiate career. Headed back over to the Jumbo side on your right, wearing the white uniforms. It is Janelle Yarwood, the junior, back to serve. Service returned by Marino. Into the net it goes, but Marino will hit it over once again. Golden, Zedrick to Dessler. Retrieved once more by Daly. Here we go. It's going to be a nice dig by Stephanie Lee. Kate Dessler will try again. Right back to Julia Daly. Right back up goes Lauren Carey. And over, just out of bounds, is Catherine Randall.
And a great eye there from Yarwood to let that one go. Again, the Camels having a difficult time setting up their attack.
Yeah, definitely so. And right now they find themselves at a 6-point deficit in this first set. Remember that these teams were at the opposite ends of the standings last time. They ended up playing a bit of a mistake by Janelle Yarwood as she serves one straight into the net, as it will go back over to the Camel side 8-3.
And for the Jumbos, one thing that's going to be really key and crucial throughout this matchup is just to keep that ball over, put the pressure on the Camels, make them make the plays.
Lauren Carey, first service attempt of the game, and Stephanie Lee will not be able to pick that one up. Ace for the Camels, and they need to start getting some points right now, get on a bit of a run, because this game could get out of hand really fast if it doesn't end up going that way. Carey once again. Lee gets it this time. Zedrick will go over to Dessler on the left side, who fires an absolute rocket. Retrieved, but it's going to be a very easy play here for the Jumbos. Golden gets that one over. Carey up to Randall, and Zedrick cannot get the dig.
And a really nice job getting it through the Jumbo block that time. It looked like Yarwood unable, or rather Zedrick, unable to handle it just behind, and it'll bring another point for the Connecticut College Camels.
Lauren Carey, the setter, back to serve. Out of bounds. So, a nice run of points there for the Camels, but not enough to retake the lead in any capacity. It's 4-point lead again for the Jumbos. Stephanie Lee, the libero, step back to serve for Tufts. Here's Randall on the attack. Dessler tried to go up for the block, but it was just out of bounds. Connecticut College gets a point again.
And a great job tooling the block there. Dessler unable to keep it on the Camels side. And it'll set back now Randall to serve.
We're seeing some very heavy rotations here from the Connecticut College Camels. They use a whole lot of substitutions, utilizing that bench. Catherine Randall, the freshman, back to serve. Stephanie Lee with the receive. Zedrick up to Golden, will get blocked. They'll try it again. This time Kate Dessler will take it, and it just hits the line in bounds.
And Dessler, one of the leaders on this team, doing exactly what she does best. 2.4 kills per set on the season so far for Dessler, and a 245 hit percentage, hitting the line and painting it.
Some substitutions here for the Jumbos. Riley Farraker back to serve. We also see Maya Lightfoot enter the game. No Maddie Yu in this game, and we haven't seen Maddie Yu in the previous game either against Brandeis. Riley Farraker is going to be that setter in the second position as she unfortunately hits that one out of bounds.
Right, and in the course of a long season, it's certainly important to rotate all of your players in, so getting some experience for Farraker, certainly important here.
Amanda Kreidler, the freshman, back to serve for the first time. Received by Yarwood. Farraker up to Yarwood again, but it's out of bounds.
And Yarwood just trying to get a little bit too aggressive, trying to put that one back into the defense of the Camels, but just wide. Back to serve now. It'll be Amanda Kreidler, the freshman.
10-8 Tufts. Kate Dessler with the receive. Farraker, you're going to go back up to Dessler, who missed time to jump just a little bit. Bumped up again, and it's going to be Randall from the backside. Lee with the dig. Farraker with a setter jump over. A beautifully executed play.
And a great spot of finesse there from Farraker, seeing that the blockers were about to go up and just putting it right over them for the bloop point. Dessler now back to serve.
Dessler, one of the captains here for the Tufts Jumbos, back to serve, has had a whole lot of service aces so far this season. Here comes number 12, unable to go through. Here is now Maya Lightfoot on the outside, but the point will go to Connecticut College instead. Number 12, Avery Light, stepping back down. She had a really great freshman year in 2018, but has not had a whole lot of success afterward. I believe she was plagued by injury in 2019, so nice to get some spots here. It's going to be Nicolette Marino onto the serve for the first time. Maya Lightfoot with a bit of a soft touch over. Carry. This time, Lightfoot tried to get it up, but Farraker was not able to receive it.
And Farraker saving herself from a concussion, not diving over into the jumbo booth. But the Camels have stormed back suddenly within 1 point of the Jumbos here in the first set.
It's all about runs. Need to get another one here with Marino on the serve. Lee up to Farraker again. This time it's going to be Yarwood with the light touch. Now Carey will try a setter dump of her own. Farraker up to the quick attack. Cora Cunningham, the new starter here for the Jumbos, getting her first kill.
Absolutely, and the Jumbos have had a rough time setting up their attack out wide, so deciding to go in the middle and let Cora Cunningham finish that one off to give the Jumbos the serve and the 2 point lead.
As Cunningham goes back to serve again, Stephanie Lee will take a bit of a breather as Jen Ryan will make her way up to the front. Marino with the receive. Up to Carey, who's going to send it over. Jen Ryan, Riley Farraker, up to Maya Lightfoot for the kill. Absolutely dominant.
And a great job there by Lightfoot. She's got almost a little bit more than 1.5 kills per set for the Jumbos, so Lightfoot getting the job done.
Yeah, certainly so. Maya Lightfoot, the junior, coming in clutch here. Has not, I believe, started many of the games here, but has come in and played some crucial minutes as well. Cora Cunningham with another serve. This time, not being able to be blocked. Christina Leduc with a kill.
And a great job by Leduc tooling the block. Yet again, Yarwood unable to recover. And so the Camels will be back to serve. The Jumbos still lead by 2, 13-11, as we're just about halfway through this first set.
Christina Leduc back to serve. Had 112 kills in 2019. Try to make some more in this season. Jennifer Yarwood with the receive. And Jennifer Ryan with the kill.
And the nice low passing by the Jumbos. Ryan just getting over the top of that ball, adding some top spin to let it fall.
Another rotation coming in. The starters, Golden and Zedrick, will return as the rotation has made its way all the way back over. Zedrick started this game with a very excellent service run, and we'll try it again here. Jumbos find themselves up 3. Marino did not know where to put her hands in that one. Randall with the aggressive attack. Stephanie Lee with the second hit. Tori Golden with the third. And Tori Golden with the kill.
a really great job finding the open space there. The only one that really had a shot was Christina Leduc, and just getting out wide to her left to make that one fall.
Let's see if Zedric can stir up another bit of a run for the Jumbos here. Worked well for them at the start of the game. Carey. This time it finds Gunderman, but Zedric with a nice receive. Here's Dessler. But point goes over to Connecticut College. Might have been a double hit or something. I think it was a double hit by Zedric. Interestingly enough, Sam, Daly and Marino both listed as liberos in the roster, but we see both of them on the floor right now as a service error goes through from Julia Daly. Marino, while she is a more defensive-minded player, will be able to play up to the front if the time comes for it.
Absolutely, and sometimes the best ability is availability. So not being listed as the libero and still being able to play is certainly valuable.
Miscommunication there. Carey up to Randall. And Zedric with a nice dig. Stephanie Lee with the second hit. Going to feed it to Kate Dessler, who gets a nice soft touch over, but Ryan catches it right back. Corey Golden will go over and gets another point for Tufts. They're up 5.
And well done by Golden going out wide, seeing that there weren't many defenders on that far back corner on the left of your screen. So Golden able to tool the block and give the Jumbos another point. Yarwood now back to serve.
Janelle Yarwood with the kill so far in this game. Here's Randall again. Stephanie Lee with the dig. Zedric again. Dessler again. Dessler with another kill.
And it looked like Dessler was able to paint that line, but the line judge calling it just wide.
Just out of bounds for Kate Dessler. Really nice placement. Was just a little bit off. And instead, it's going to mean Lauren Carey will make her way back to the service position. The freshman setter, no Natasha Shrivastava today. Instead, we'll be seeing her. Ariel Zedric up to Kate Dessler in the middle this time. Jen Ryan recovering the block. From the backside, it's Janelle Yarwood, but it's just out of bounds.
And the Jumbos have had a lot of attacks so far from that back row. Yarwood just putting that one a little bit long.
Some good fights so far this game, Sam, from the Connecticut College Camels. Many people were expecting this to be a quick 3-set series. Instead, might be seeing a little bit more here. Jennifer Ryan with an absolute rocket, not being able to be recovered by Conn College.
And again, the Jumbos are an extremely powerful team, giving credit where credit is due. That was an incredibly well-hit ball and really difficult to dig that one out if you're trying to move left or right. Well-placed with a lot of power. Couldn't ask for more.
It's 18-14 in favor of the Jumbos. Stephanie Lee with a bit of a lighter serve this time, but instead Kreidler will go over. Kate Dessler will try again from the backside. And it just barely stays in bounds this time.
And beautiful finesse there from Kate Dessler. We've seen a lot come out of her tool kit, her full bag of tricks. We've seen her try to go wide. We've seen her with power in the middle, unfortunately blocked earlier, but that time putting just enough on it, just enough topspin to make it fall in the back of the court. It's leadership like that you want your younger players to feed off of.
Quick timeout there by Josh Edmond, the coach of the Connecticut College Camels. Wants to stop the momentum here at 19-14. You know, we're just at the point, the later stages of this first set. First sets really can make or break a lot of the momentum riding here. And if Connecticut College can steal this first one off of the Jumbos, could be really big, but they're going to have a little bit more to work out.
Right, and what Connecticut College has done so far is really try to run that offense through Catherine Randall, that freshman outside hitter. She hasn't had a whole ton of success so far, only 2 kills for her in the match, but still trying to run that offense, trying to transfer some of their defense into offense when possible. The Jumbos leading a more balanced attack. Dessler, though, leading with 10 total attempts. Ryan leading in kills. She's got 4 on 6 total attempts. Now Steph Lee back to serve for the Jumbos, looking to try and close out this tumultuous first set. Only a 5-point lead for the Jumbos. The Camels putting up certainly an incredible fight so far here.
Connecticut College, I believe, running a bit short in terms of their numbers here, Sam. I believe we see Kate Gunderman, one of the junior middle blockers, in a bit of a brace on her left leg. Hope everything is okay with that. Also, see Eliza Walcott not dressed up today. So we'll see what happens here. Stephanie Lee with the serve. Instead, Catherine Randall will get blocked by Cora Cunningham and not going to be able to be recovered by Leduc. Toss hit the 20 more. And
just before the timeout, we were explaining how that a lot of that offense was running through Catherine Randall. The Jumbos did a really nice job tracking her on that possession, on that attack, and just getting the block there.
Randall this time with the receive. Carey This time up to Light. Zedrick up to Golden on the right side, and it's just out of bounds. All of a sudden, Tufts is starting to run away with this first set, finding themselves up 7 after, at one point, Connecticut College was within 1 point of tying the score. Gone on a bit of a run since then. Stephanie Lee back to serve here for the Jumbos again. Randall, this time Carey will take it, and not over is Kreidler. Another point going over to Tufts.
And the Jumbos started off really strong, but remember, it was 2 errors that got them the first 2 points. So towards the middle of the set, they really began to catch their momentum and now running away with this 8-point lead.
3 points until that first set is claimed. The first set of NESCAC play this season for the Tufts Jumbos. Stephanie Lee with another light serve. Whistle called, believe a net was hit, and Tufts gets another point.
And after that timeout, that's 4 straight points from Lee, but it'll be Josh Edmed calling another timeout, looking to talk things over once again.
Yeah, and that first timeout did not really do too much in terms of stopping that momentum. It's just been point after point for the Jumbos since then. So now that you have Stephanie Lee on this really, really solid service run, maybe try to ice the kicker, so to speak, to try and make sure that Connecticut College is able to get a point back, even try to claw their way back somehow in this first set.
Absolutely, and what's working for the Jumbos really has been working well. Their strong attack has been spread out pretty wide, back row, front row, right side, left side. Jen Ryan again leading the squad with 4 kills. Kate Dessler with 3. Tori Golden also with 3 on 7 attempts. Golden's done a really good job from the outside, reading the defense really well and sort of picking where to go based on that.
Yeah, and that's been a big thing for the Tufts Jumbos this season. Some of these underclassmen coming into this year, only 50% of the roster played a game of NCAA before this year. And so we're seeing sophomores here like Tori Golden step up. It's been a very well-balanced attack from the Jumbos so far.
Now Lee back looking to end this first set. The Jumbos lead now by 9, 23-14.
2 points away for the Tufts Jumbos.
Again, Jumbos on the right of your screen in the white. Connecticut College Camels on the left of your screen, also in white.
Carey this time will find Light over. Kate Dessler with the dig, and Cora Cunningham gets it, but it's just not enough to get over the net.
Right, and it seemed like a little miscommunication there from the Jumbos just as they were beginning to hit their stride. Back to serve will be the leader in attack so far, Catherine Randall for the Camels.
Randall with 2 kills, but also 2 errors on the offensive, so looking to try and up that percentage just a little bit. Service will hit the net, but Kate Dessler still manages to pick it up. Cora Cunningham with the spike, but retrieved right back. Zedrick again. This time we'll find Golden. Very nice placement there, but Zedrick will pick it up again. Stephanie Lee with the set. Tori Golden will try once more. Another block up front by Amanda Kreidler. Kate Dessler over. Instead, the Camels will have a chance for an attack this time. LeDuc gets it over, but it's out of bounds. Tufts are on match point.
And that was a really great job by the Camels with their defense there. You know, Kate Dessler, strong attacker. Tori Golden trying to go with some finesse to drop that ball in, but the Camels staying composed, just unable to mount an attack of their own.
Riley Ferrer going to try to end the first set here for the Tufts Jumbos. Daly with the receive. Carey this time up to LeDuc. But it's inbounds. Not going to be able to recover by the Jumbos, and Connecticut College stay alive for just a bit longer.
And Connecticut College attacking the freshly in Riley Farragher, just unable to get her hands up in time.
Amanda Kreidler, the freshman outside hitter from Trumbull, Connecticut, will get the serve. Stephanie Lee with the receive. This time finds Maya Lightfoot, who's just subbed into the game. Blocked by the Camels, but right back up goes Lightfoot. Carey with the set. This time we'll find LeDuc again, but Dessler with a nice dig. Farragher acting as that setter again. Cunningham going over, unable to get that kill. Farragher to Lee. This time can Dessler end the set? Not just yet. We're going to play a little bit longer here. Getting over again, but the point goes over to Tufts. A bit of a call there by the referee. Yields the first set over to Tufts, 25-16. Welcome back, everybody, to Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts Jumbos taking the first set of this match against the Connecticut College Camels, 25-16. The good thing about volleyball, Sam, for the Camels at least, is after that first set, score goes right back to 0-0.
Absolutely, and the Jumbos may be leading one set to 0, but it's still 0-0 at this point in the second set. Still ample time to come back. Again, I'm Sam Brill on the color commentary, joined by Andrew Howe on the play-by-play. The Jumbos in white on your right, and the Camels in white on your left.
You would have thought they would be able to wear some different colors or something, Sam, or something. They just ended up matching in this case. Luckily for us, there's no side switching between sets due to COVID protocols. So Jumbos will always be on the right side of your screen. The Camels will always be on the left side of your screen. Connecticut College getting the first serve of the game. Set 2. It will be Catherine Randall, the freshman, getting the first touch here. First attack of the set will go to Tori Golden. Nice recovery there by Daly. Stephanie Lee with the dig, going up to Golden again. Been a big factor offensively here. This time, just going to be light with the sloth touch over, but it's not enough. Tufts get the point.
Right, and the Camels already beginning the second set better than they began the first. Again, with those errors in the first, starting the second here, just a misfire on their attack.
Yeah, they thought that if they took a little bit of mustard off of that one, might have worked a little bit better. Instead, Janelle Yarwood is back to serve for the first time for Tufts. LeDuc with the kill. Hard hit there from
Right, and really good job there by LeDuc, tooling the block. Jumbo's unable to handle it. It was a combination of Golden and Jen Ryan. So it'll be Amanda Kreidler back to serve for Connecticut College.
Score is all tied up here in the second set, very early on here, as Tufts has a 1-0 lead in terms of set count. Zedrick up to Dessler again. Hit super hard, but nice recovery there by Randall, who calls for the ball, but instead going to go over to LeDuc. Dessler with the dig. Zedrick with the bump. Dessler over with the soft touch. LeDuc will try again. They're going to try to focus the offense around LeDuc for this set, it seems. Janelle Yarwood from the backside gets a kill.
And really well done there by the Jumbos, trying to read the defense of the Camels with their attack and doing just that. It was Janelle Yarwood attacking from the back row. Lauren Carey unable to handle it.
And you see, when Catherine Randall's in the back, they don't tend to focus the spikes towards her. Carey instead will try to give the attention to someone else. This time Stephanie Lee onto the serve, and it'll be Avery Light, the senior, landing another point for the Camels.
And another great job tooling the block there by the Camels, just getting it right on the outside of the Jumbos as they set up their defense.
This time, Nicolette Marino served a lot of time as libero her freshman year in 2019, this time wearing the white colors going back to serve. Dessler with the receive. Zedrick runs back to pick it up, and this time Yarwood with two hands will go over the net. Carey, this time will find LeDuc. Recovered by Dessler. Zedrick, quick attack to Cunningham. Hits the face of Marino, and they're going to give the point over to Tufts.
And since the last time I read the total attempts column for the Camels, it was LeDuc with about 6 and Randall with 14. Randall now still with 14. LeDuc now getting much more involved in this Camels offense. She's got 11 total attempts, 3 kills for her.
Some more substitutions in. Riley Farraher with the serve. Quick over from the Camels, and it doesn't look like My Lightfoot was able to recover it. Score's all tied up once again at 3.
Right, and a unusual mistake there from the Jumbos. Lightfoot trying to put that one right down. Just put it on the wrong side of the net. Score now 3-3. A much more balanced start to this second set in favor of the Camels. They've come out here mounting their attack.
Here's the junior LeDuc. Stephanie Lee with the second hit. Farraher almost went over there, but instead Dessler will get the attack over. Carey, this time will send it to Randall again, who's in the front row, but Maya Lightfoot with the thunderous block sends it right back, and the Tufts take the lead again.
And Lightfoot, the California native, doing a great job with the block there. Team block, though, getting that down, bringing the serve back to the Jumbos.
Kate Dessler to serve. Recovered. Here, Carey going to go up to Gunderman, wearing that brace here. Tori Golden over, blocked, but a nice recovery again by Gunderman. Farraher with the second hit over. Tierney Daly up to Randall from the backside. Farraher to set up again. Going to try to find Janelle Yarwood, but it's just a little bit too far. Gets over the net, gets out of bounds, and another point going over the Camels.
And another mistake there from the Jumbos gives it back over to the Camels. We're looking here, and only one of the senior leaders here on for the Jumbos, Kate Dessler, the senior captain, joined by much more junior players.
Reminder, no Grace Legree for Tufts today. You got Cora Cunningham with the spike. Nice hit back over again. This time Yarwood will get the light hit over. Randall with the second hit this time, as Carey will be the one. Yarwood again with a highly offensive attack. Randall on the spike. Farragher touches it, and this goes just out of Dessler's grasp. And Connecticut College have, I believe, taken the lead here at 5-4.
Right, and the Jumbos have done a really good job setting up their attack, just unable to finish there. Hard hit there from Cora Cunningham in the middle, and a well-placed ball by Yarwood on the outside, but the Camels seem to have a lot of their attack figured out. As we see, they've taken the lead.
Farragher to Dessler with the pipe. Carey tries to go for the dump, but instead it's going to be Julia Daly with the recover. Marino over. Farragher this time finds Cunningham again. Bit of a mistimed jump. Oh, and well placed there. Lauren Carey, the setter, finding ways to set up the ball and also finding ways to get some kills of her own.
And the Camels have gotten really creative here in this second set. You know, setting up their attack any way that they really can. Don't have a ton of power behind a lot of their hits, but finding the floor any way they can.
The freshman Julia Daly back to serve again. Janelle Yarwood with the receive. Hits it right over to Riley Farragher, and it's going to be Yarwood again. This time it's LeDuc. Lee to Farragher. Golden with the spike and finds the mark right in bounds. Kill going over to Tori Golden. Oh, sorry. Apologies. That was Maya Lightfoot getting the kill.
And Lightfoot just really dotting that line on the, again, top left of your screen, seeing the block and just going right around it.
5-6 in favor of the Connecticut College Camels. Kate Dessler with the dig. Farragher going to find Lightfoot again. Wow. Lightning fast from Maya Lightfoot.
And Lightfoot did a really excellent attack there, getting high up in the air and spiking that one straight down.
The Jumbos have even the score back up. Cora Cunningham to serve, but it's just out of bounds. Service error for Cora Cunningham, the middle blocker. You oftentimes, Sam, see the middle blocker not serving. In fact, normally in many cases the libero ends up replacing, but you can only do that for one of the two middle blockers. And so this time Cora Cunningham has the brunt of serving. But another service error coming there for the Connecticut College Camels. Lauren Carey unable to get the ball inbounds.
Right, and Coach Cora Thompson in her 19th season as coach for this Jumbos team certainly knows what she's doing at this point, making sure that all of her players get enough exposure to the court so that they can be extremely valuable players as soon as they need them.
Ariel Zedrick had a really nice service run in this first set. Back to serve again. Tori Golden, who has re-entered the game, comes in. Yarwood just out of bounds. Point going over to the Camels. So you've seen, Sam, a whole lot more defensiveness coming out from Connecticut College in this one. A lot of the kills that typically would lead to points by players like Janelle Yarwood are instead being recovered by Daly and by Marino.
And it's really reflected in those dig numbers.
Zedrick to Dessler. It's a combo we've seen for so many years, Sam.
Absolutely, and Dessler doing an incredible job there, just finding the floor. But back to your point about the defense, it's really reflected in those dig numbers. You can see the team defense really spread around Julia Daly with 10 digs. Lauren Carey with 5 of her own, LeDuc with 4.
Janelle Yarwood serves, and just going to be another point for Tufts. A bit too hard hit on the receive by Julia Daly, and there was nobody home for that second hit.
Right, and one of the more rare aces from this Jumbos team. Yarwood able to find one.
It's 9-8 in favor of Connecticut College here in the second set. Received by Randall. Here's Carey, going to find Light again. Stephanie Lee gets the ball over the net. Randall with the setup, and this time it's just going to be over by LeDuc. Zedrick going to find an offensive Dessler. It was a partial block, but nobody was able to retrieve it after that. Tufts has tied the score up once again at 9.
And Dessler operating really well from the middle there, just hitting it right off the block. No one behind her, setting up that team defense that we've seen operate so well for the Camels here in the second set.
A whole lot of firepower coming out from Connecticut College, more than many might have expected here. Janelle Yarwood again back to serve. Tufts trying to take the lead for the first time in what seems like a while. Stephanie Lee with a nice dig. Ariel Zedrick up to Kate Dessler, this time with a softer hit. Lauren Carey this time finds another person in Kreidler, and Jen Ryan with a solid hit, but nice recovery by Randall again. LeDuc finds the bump over. Yarwood to Zedrick, this time Golden will try for the offensive. Just goes over the net, and I believe the net violation occurred in that case. And Connecticut College get the first team to hit that 10-point mark.
Right, and this second set significantly closer. Both teams making their fair share of mistakes. Certainly keeping it close at 10-9 in favor of the Camels here in the second set. Jumbos lead 1-0.
Stephanie Lee to Ariel Zedrick. This time Dessler will try again. Recovered by Randall, but right over the net. Hits the net. Lauren Carey tried to save the ball, but Tufts has tied it up again. We're just going back and forth in this moment.
Right, and Jen Ryan doing an incredible job there in the middle, just getting right over that ball. The intimidation factor may have gotten to the Camels.
Jen Ryan playing in her 5th year of eligibility, that extra year given due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Kate Dessler, oh, it was so close, but instead Connecticut College get another point.
Right, and Dessler just wide. She seems to be running away with a lot of the offense for the Jumbo. She's got 20 total attempts here and 6 kills. Also leading the team in digs, though. She has 12, matches Stephanie Lee's 12 as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Sam. Kate Dessler, you always associate her with offensive prowess, but the dig numbers are always there. Ariel Zedrick this time finds Cora Cunningham in the middle. Carey back up to Randall on the backside. Lee picks it up. It's just going to be Kate Dessler again. And right out of bounds. Kate Dessler so good at mixing up her offensive weapons and utilizing them when the Camels least expected.
Serving for Tufts is number 13.
Tufts has gained a 2-point lead here. This is the first time we've seen the lead at any position other than one in a bit. Riley Farragher back to serve. Carey looking for LeDuc again. And it's just barely out of bounds there. Great read by Stephanie Lee to not hit the ball. So very often you'll just hit it because it's right there.
Right, and one of the things that may have helped her with that play has been some of her experience, one of the few returning starters for the Jumbos out here today.
Service error here for Riley Farragher. And Connecticut College will get another chance to try and retake the lead, try and get a set here off of the Tufts Jumbos. Going to be Christina LeDuc once again back to serve. Dessler again. Almost there, blocked by Gunderman, but it's not enough. Stayed on the Camel side of the court. Kate Dessler record the kill.
Just a little too much behind that ball for the Camels to handle, and it seems that their defense that was rock solid at the beginning of the set is beginning to show some of its holes.
Kate Dessler back to serve again. Carey, this time Gunderman, a bit of a miscommunication there. The placement of the ball was just in the wrong spot.
And really just a passing error there from the Camels, something that you really don't want at any point in the set, but definitely when the Jumbos are beginning to run away with the lead. They've got 4. They lead by 4 now here in the second set.
Marino with the receive. Carey up to Randall again, but a huge block there by Golden. Recovered by Connecticut College. Marino will set it up. Farragher on the other side. Cunningham with a light hit. Well, the Tufts Jumbos receive another point off of a whistle. And after being neck and neck for quite some time, Sam, the Jumbos now opening up a bit of a lead. It's now 5. Kate Dessler on a solid run right now. Julia Daly recovers the ball. Catherine Randall over. And Dessler was not able to recover. Point going over to the Camels.
Right, and the Camels really have an important spot right here to try to get back into this set. Again, so neck and neck towards the beginning, but now at 16-12, just over halfway done, the Camels have an opportunity to get back.
They're going to have to rely on Julia Daly to do a lot of the serving here. Kate Dessler with the ball over, recovered by Marino. Carey going to find Randall again, but it's blocked by Maya Lightfoot.
And Maya Lightfoot and Cora Cunningham on that team block, really silencing any chance on that serve, at least for a comeback. Cunningham now back to serve for Tufts.
Had a service error the last time she made her way back there. This time the score is just a little bit different. Oh, but the same result. Another error for Cunningham. Is a part of her game that it seems needs a bit of polishing, but that's just going to come with more experience. This is her first season here in collegiate play.
Certainly could be jitters. This is her first start as she's talking this one over with one of her assistant coaches.
Lauren Carey going to try to make some magic happen for the Camels. Janelle Yarwood with a soft touch over. Carey this time will find Avery Light, and the point goes over to Connecticut College.
Now Carey looking to let the Camels back into this one. They trail by 3 here in the Cousins Gymnasium.
It's 1 point at a time here for Conn College. Farrakher to Ryan almost gets it over, but bit of a mistiming, bit of a misplacement, and just like that, the game's right back to within 2. Carey will try again. Farrakher, Yarwood had to readjust in that situation, and because of that, going to be Connecticut College getting another point.
Right, and a couple of misfires by the Jumbos has allowed the Camels right back into this set. Looks like Maddie Yu will sub into the game for the first time in this one. Maddie Yu leads the Jumbos in assists per set with just over 5.
Yeah, and rather surprisingly, we did not see Maddie Yu in the last matchup. The Jumbos played against the Brandeis Judges on Tuesday, and Maddie Yu was not in sight. Instead, it was Riley Farrakher serving in that second setter position. But now they're trying to go for something a little bit different. Maddie Yu coming back into the game. We saw a bit of some errors earlier on, so let's see if she can do something. And right away, Jennifer Ryan with a nice pass there by Maddie Yu. And
Maddie Yu keeping that pass low, immediately making an impact, making it easy for Jen Ryan to split the defenders and find the floor.
Yu exits the game as Zedrick will return. It's 18-16 in favor of the Tufts Jumbos. We've seen some very close sets so far here. First game of NESCAC action for both of these squads. And remember, Sam, this is the first game that we're seeing from the Connecticut College Camels all season long.
Right, and again, in the first set, starting with 2 errors certainly isn't going to help, but brand new set, the Camels find themselves only down by 2, score of 18-16, a little stoppage of play there due to some slippery surface on the floor.
Zedrick back to serve. Daly to Randall to Light with the spike, but Tori Golden and Jen Ryan forming a powerful wall there to stop the offensive from Connecticut College.
Right, and one of the things that the Jumbos have done really well in this one that has really curbed a lot of the Camels' attack is set up those blocks so that they've had to use more finesse and more creativity.
Trying to get to that 20 mark are the Tufts Jumbos. Ariel Zedrick with the dig. Stephanie Lee up to Tori Golden. This time it's going to be LeDuc on the save. Nice block again. That combo of Ryan and Golden is working wonders.
And Connecticut College opting again to go to Catherine Randall, the leader in points so far for the Camels. She has 4.5 points for them, but the Jumbos reading it nicely, and another block puts them up by 4, score of 20-16. A little stoppage of play after the timeout from Coach Josh Edmed.
And for Connecticut College, this is honestly a pretty solid showing, considering that a lot of the veterans that we were expecting to play have not made their way to the court just yet, and we've seen a lot of action from a lot of the freshmen that have made their way over here for the Camels. The only problem is, while they have been getting a lot of attempts, the hitting percentages are not there. This is a team that has not had a very good hitting percentage, hit I think below 200 in 2019, and so far it's trending in the same direction here.
Right, and they've had they've really struggled today, to say the least, with their attack. They've got 62 total attacks and 12 total kills. When you look at their hit percent, it's still at 0, though. Seems to be a mistake from the live scoring, but again.
Yeah, it's 12 kills and also 12 attack errors, so kind of balances each other out, yielding that 0 mark. On the other side, Tufts only hitting around 197. This is a team that typically excels in terms of hitting percentage, but this time still haven't hit that 200 plateau. We'll see if that ends up changing in the rest of this match.
Right, and if you're this Jumbos team, it's really important to play your game all the time, not stoop to the level of your competition. So we'll see how they close out this second set.
Ariel Zedrick with the serve, and nobody ended up trying to receive it. I believe the Camels tried to think that the ball was out of bounds, but it ended up hitting the line. Zedrick again. Tufts find themselves up by 5. Carey trying to get the setup, but too close to the net. Another point going over to Tufts.
And Carey just trying to do too much there. Should have passed it to her teammate to let them start some offense from the back.
Tufts now find themselves within 3 of getting that 2-0 set lead. Daly to Carey. And Amanda Kreidler with the solid kill. Puts Connecticut College back in the service position.
Right, and Golden and Jen Ryan went up for a different kind of block there. Golden seemed to have her arms just a little bit spread, and the Camels reading that nicely, putting it straight through.
Catherine Randall going to try and work a comeback here for the Camels. A soft serve over, recovered by Janelle Yarwood. Ariel Zedrick will find Jen Ryan. Ball hit right back over into Jumbo's territory. This time Yarwood will give it a try. Hit up by Carey. Light will find Carey again. Golden up to Zedrick, who will get the attack this time is Janelle Yarwood with an absolute rocket.
And a beautiful cross-court attack there from Janelle Yarwood, putting it right in that top left corner of your screen, painting the line beautifully.
6-point lead has opened up a bit for the Tufts Jumbos. Still another timeout available for the Connecticut College Camels. Doesn't look like they're going to be using it on this point. Janelle Yarwood back to serve. And for the Tufts Jumbos, they're hoping that she's the only one who has to serve for the rest of this set. Yarwood with a good serve, but Daly will recover it. Carey up to Kreidler. No success in that one. This time they'll try Avery Light. But Kate Dessler this time getting in on the blocking action. Tufts finds himself at set point.
Right, and I'll say it. I said it once, I'll say it again. The Jumbos have done an incredible job with their blocks so far in this one, really curbing any Camels attack that even begins to look like it's mounting. They had a little bit going in the beginning when they went with some finesse, but going with power there. Kate Dessler shutting them down.
Janelle Yarwood with a service error. So service will go back to the Connecticut College Camels. They're going to need 6 straight points to work towards that deuce, work towards the chance to even try and take this set. So it's going to be a long run for them if they want any sort of chance to tie this one up.
Right, but Kreidler's just got to think about this 1 point at a time. Just think one shot at a time, one pass at a time. She's up for the serve.
Whistle blows. I believe they're just going to redo the serve. No points have gone over, and so instead it will just be Amanda Kreidler back to serve again. Jumbos find themselves with 3 on the right side. Yarwood with the receive. Zedrick to Ryan, and that's how this second set will end.
And the Jumbos mounting a strong attack there towards the end. Jen Ryan just, again, finding the floor. The Camels unable to set up their defense that quickly. And thinking about it 1 point at a time. That 1 point, unfortunately, falling in the hands of the Jumbos. They jump out to a quick 2-0 set lead. We'll see what kind of look they come out with in the third.
Welcome back, everybody, to Cousins Gymnasium. It's a beautiful Friday night, and we're actually joined here for the first time, a brand new member here of Tufts JumboCast. Jordan Burke, welcome to the broadcast, and I know you have a whole lot of volleyball knowledge yourself, having played the game for a few years, so hopefully you'll be able to put in some nice insight into how the Jumbos have been playing.
Thank you for having me, Andrew. It'll be my pleasure to put some knowledgeable insight into what's actually going on in this game.
Tufts find themselves up 2-0 in terms of sets. And it looks like, in my eyes, I believe we're seeing the same starting lineup that Tufts ran with in the first two sets to try and close this one out. So we're not seeing any sort of substitutions. We just want to see the Tufts Jumbos at their best here, as they're going to try to close this one out.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the same approach that worked for them in the first set very well. I think the Camels' only way to come back into this one and try and force a fourth is if they play how they did for the first couple of points in the second set.
Yeah, we definitely saw it go back and forth a lot in that second set. The Camels actually got a couple of leads for themselves as well. So if they can keep playing like that, if the Jumbos end up faltering a little bit, if the defensive power of Marino and Daly stay true, definitely possible to see another set in this match. We're going to see Ariel Zedrick back to serve again, as the Jumbos will get first touch. Connecticut College playing with 3 in the back side. They had an arrangement with 4 at one point. Julia Daly with the receive. Carey this time finds Kreidler. Stephanie Lee with the second hit. Riley Farragher now playing from the outside will get the kill.
Beautiful hit right there. Lovely things like you like to see in the setter out. When the setter takes the first pass, you usually like to see the libero come in and set up for the next one. Beautiful pass right to Riley. Beautiful kill.
Riley Farragher playing a little bit in the setter position in the first two sets, this time making her way over to the right side. So some adjustments for the Jumbos here in terms of player base here. Carey going to find LeDuc. Nice block attempt, but not enough. Camels tie the score back up.
One of the more impressive hits that I think we've seen from the outside here. Noticed a couple of sets to the outside that have been a little bit behind the hitter. That one right in front, easy swing, right off the block to the point.
Great set there by Lauren Carey, the freshman. Has had 13 assists so far in this game. And now it'll be Amanda Kreidler back to serve, try to take the lead here for the Connecticut College Camels. Yarwood with the receive. Zedrick going to find Dessler this time. Picked up by Randall. Carey to Randall again. Stephanie Lee with a misjudgment. Connecticut College take the lead.
Man. Small hole in the block, in the defense there, right off of the left line. Managed to find it, put the ball right there. Point Camels.
Amanda Kreidler going to try and start a little bit of a run here for Connecticut College. We have not seen them with any more of a larger lead than 1 so far this game. Jennifer Ryan with the first receive, and she'll get the second shot here for the Jumbos, and they tie the score up again.
Yeah, so we just saw a beautiful play right there called a slide. It's where you have the middle come behind the setter to the right side, approach for the hit. No block there, easy swing.
See, this is why you're on the broadcast here, Jordan. I have no idea what just happened. You explained it just beautifully fine.
Oh, thank you.
You're gonna be very valuable for some volleyball broadcasts in the future. Janelle Yarwood on the serve. Lauren Carey this time finds Christina LeDuc again. Lee with a nice recovery, but Zedrick was not able to pick it back up.
Yeah, beautiful crawl shot there right to the libero. She misjudged it a little bit, botched the pass, tried to recover there, but sadly couldn't pick it up.
Some substitutions here for Conn College. Nicolette Marino, the defensive specialist, will enter as Avery Light makes their way to the back. Stephanie Lee with the first receive. Zedrick this time finds Ryan and straight in the middle. Gets another kill.
Yeah, right there. Beautiful play out of serve receive. Beautiful pass high to the middle. Easy setup for a quick play for the middle.
Ryan with her 8th kill of the game. Veteran leader here for the Tufts Jumbos. One of the 3 captains, showing that she is still also dominant. Stephanie Lee on the serve here. Jumbos find themselves tied up here with Connecticut College. Gunderman with the spike, but it's blocked by Dessler. Set up this time, and LeDuc cannot get it over with a punch.
Yeah, what we saw was some pretty great defense up at the net there. Solid blocks on every hit that the Camels had to try to put that ball over. Made it very difficult for them to try and win the point.
Tufts retakes the lead. Stephanie Lee on the serve. Marino to Carey. Catherine Randall with the attack, but it's just out of bounds.
One of those more difficult attacks. All the hitters for the Camels came over to the right side, leaving the setter with very little option but to put it in the back row.
Tufts once again now with that 2-point lead. Marino running all the way up to get the receive. This time Gunderman will get it over with a bit of a soft touch. Kate Dessler from the left side picks it up.
Beautiful swing right through the seam of the block. And let's talk about the serve, too. Amazing short ball and the hopes of to take out a hitter by making her pass the first ball.
Nice little run here for Stephanie Lee on the serve. It's been about 4 straight points here for the Tufts Jumbos. See if they can make it 5 here with Lee serving. Randall finds Carey, who had to run just a little bit. Leduc gets blocked by Cunningham and Farraher.
Beautiful block, beautiful serve, changing up the pace of the game a little bit, making the Camels question where the ball's going to go. Makes it a little bit difficult to win the point.
There's just so many offensive options here for the Tufts Jumbos. Everybody has their offensive power, gets the hitting percentage, and the swings, in fact. Carey this time to Gunderman, but it's blocked by Dessler. Gunderman this time to Leduc, just out of bounds. Another point going over to Tufts. It's now 8-3.
See, they had the right idea there. The block was a little bit more in, which leaves that line shot open. Poor execution, and we're going to get a timeout.
Very quick timeout early on by the Connecticut College Camels. They see the set getting away for them. Remember, this is the last set that they can lose. If they fall in this one, the game is over. And so always want to stop the momentum really quick. Want to make sure Tufts don't get ahead too far.
Yeah, with the Jumbos playing as well as they are now, they're looking almost unstoppable. It's looking very difficult for the Camels to come back and win this set. Taking the time out here to try and ruin some momentum, ice the server, whatever you can do to try and give yourself a point and have your fate be in your own hands, sort of.
Saw a bit of substitutions here as we entered the third set here for the Jumbos. Tori Golden started off this set on the bench, and instead we see Riley Farraher, who was in that other setter position this time, making her way over to the right side. It just shows the flexibility that she has being able to play in that setter position and also as a swing spiker.
Yeah, so usually in that 6-2 lineup that they had, when the setter is in the back row they're setting and they get subbed out for a right side hitter when they come to the front row, we're seeing Riley play her own front row position and playing very well from it too.
Stephanie Lee, who has had a really great service run this set, going to try and make it even more. Jumbos up by 5 early in the third. Carey this time finds Leduc. Stephanie Lee with a beautiful dig. Ariel Zedrick the setup. Kate Dessler the finish. Recovery there by Randall. Carey up to Gunderman. And Farraher will get the save. Dessler with a bit of a shorter hit finds the middle where no Camel stands.
Lovely roll shot to the middle of the court. Very hard. We called that one the donut hole back in my day of playing the game. But amazing dig by Stephanie Lee there to keep the point going for the Jumbos.
It's now 9-3 in favor of Tufts. Stephanie Lee going to try and serve again. Gunderman with the attack. Nice recovery there by Janelle Yarwood. Riley Farraher. Just a beautiful shot. And Julia Daly sends that one back into the stands.
These consistent serves from Stephanie Lee, partnered with the extreme power that we have out of the hitters in the front row, is just going to be incredible strengths for the Jumbos.
Lee will try again. This time a much shorter serve. Carey will find Leduc. Tipped up by the Jumbos. Zedrick going to find Dessler again on the left side. Was it a little bit too much? It was. Point going over to the Camels off of the error from Dessler.
She had a great idea there, though. The whole back of the court was wide open. If you managed to get that tip deep enough, could have landed easily for a point.
Slight mis-execution there from Kate Dessler, who has 10 kills on the night so far. Christina Leduc back to serve. Connecticut College now down by 6. They're going to have to try and get a nice run here to combat the one that Lee just put up. And they're not going to find it here. That's an error.
Not the best serve that we've seen today out of the Camels. Kind of ruining a little bit of the momentum that they had going. But we'll see if they manage to get it back as Maddie Yu steps into the game.
Yep. With
number 5.
It looks like with Zedrick coming out of the game as she makes her way to the front, Maddie Yu will come in, replacing Farraher in the back.
Interesting move. They seem to be having Riley play just the front row positions instead of setting as she was in the previous sets.
Maddie Yu came in and had a very nice play to set up Jennifer Ryan in her lone assist of the night so far. See if she can pick up some more here as she gets some more consistent playing time. With the serve, Lauren Carey going to find Randall, this time on the right side. Daly up to Randall, sorry. It was light on the previous attack. Kate Dessler. Daly, I don't know if she had to hit that one. Might have been going out of bounds, but the point goes to Tufts.
I don't know if it was going out of bounds. That looked like it was going to hit the back line perfectly. It was an amazing shot. Good read, in my opinion, on the dig there. Just a little bit of a bad angle on it. Ball went out of play.
Tufts now find themselves up by 8. And some more substitutions coming in for the Camels. The senior, Bridget Fatsy, making her way in for the first time. Fatsy with 61 kills in 2019. Maddie Yu on the serve. Carry.
Ooh, I don't know about that call. Ball looked like it hit the official right in the foot, and with him standing a little bit off of that corner, I think that might have been out.
It was Annie Wibblesman with the kill in that case. Her first action has come here in the third set, Jordan, and looks like some more of the veteran players are starting to come out to play now that the Camels find themselves here at match point.
Yeah, with their backs on the line, they want to try and get whoever they can to sort of change momentum and hopefully win a point.
Daly on the serve as the Camels find themselves down by 7. Maddie Yu with the serve, Maya Lightfoot with the spike. This time it's going to be Fatsy, but it's just out of bounds. Point going over to the Jumbos.
Yeah, we're seeing a very nice change of pace with the difference in setters here. Maddie Yu coming in is allowing the middles to get a little bit more action. She seems to like to set them a lot.
Looks like right now we're seeing Maya Lightfoot and Cora Cunningham in those middle blocker positions. Fatsy with the attack. Dessler with the pickup here. Yu is going to find Yarwood on the left side. Blocked a little bit by Carey as she sets this one up for Fatsy again. Cunningham and Lightfoot go for the block, but it just goes right between their fingers. Point going over to Connecticut College.
Yeah, we saw a beautiful set of court vision there. Block didn't quite close enough that the ball couldn't have traveled through. Camels took advantage of it. Point for them.
Some substitutions here. Megan Harrison, normally listed as a libero, has played a lot in the libero position, has entered the game for the Tufts Jumbos as a sort of defensive specialist here. Cora Cunningham with the offensive special. The right-hand haymaker, picking up another point for Tufts.
It was a fantastic quick play out of the middle there. Maddie Yu setting up what was an amazing play there. Beautiful spike, beautiful point.
Cora Cunningham making her way to the back row. Will go for the serve. Carey, this time to Light with the light shot. Maddie Yu with the recovery. Megan Harrison up to Janelle Yarwood. And Julia Daly almost sends it up to the upper deck.
Beautiful setter out play right there. With Maddie Yu taking the first ball, we had to see a little bit of a scramble play. That kind of scrappiness is what wins you championships.
So we're seeing Harrison in Dessler's original position, seemingly as some sort of defensive specialist here. Cunningham with the serve once again. Jumbo's trying to make this a double-digit lead. Nice recovery there by Yu, and Harrison, can she get it over? She does! A beautiful segment there. This time Light on the offensive, and it's way too far. Tufts find themselves up by 10 here in the third set. They want to make it quick.
Again, we see these scrappy plays coming out from the Jumbos. Plays like that are just going to make it very, very difficult for the Camels to come back and try and push for a fourth set.
Apologies, it looks like the point went over to Connecticut College in that one. Jordan, did you see anything that might have yielded the point over to them?
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is that the hit went off of the block, and with that, the points would go over to the Camels.
Camels trying to stay alive in this game for a little bit longer. Jen Ryan just finds the line on the left side.
Ryan made an amazing play there. The set looked a little low from my angle. Maybe it was more to her liking. I don't know. But the ball looked a little low, and she managed to pick it up and get it over the net to a massive hole in the defense for the Camels.
And first playing time here for sophomore Brittany Bennett entering the game for the first time. We also see Farrah and Zedrick re-entering. So right now, a whole lot of newer players coming in as the Jumbos can smell the victory within grasp. Connecticut College trying to go. It's LeDuc with the bump over. Harrison to Zedrick. This time it'll be Farrah on the outside.
Great cross shot there. If we see, if we looked at the Camels' defense there, they seem to have come in sort of to play off of the block there, which created this massive hole in the back left of their court. And they take a timeout.
Second timeout of the set already here.
I mean, when you're down 10, you kind of need to come up with anything that you can to keep yourself in the game.
They're going to need something quick. I mean, if they don't get a quick run, a quick stop of this serve, and then a quick run of their own, soon going to be really difficult for the Camels to try and come back. And this is their first matchup of the entire year, Jordan. You forget that the Tufts Jumbos have 5 matches of non-conference play already in their back pocket. So you see a whole lot of more coordination. Where on the other side, just a couple of errors that maybe can get some fixing as we get towards the later portions of the season.
Yeah, no, we were definitely seeing some great things from the Camels in that second set. If they can figure out a way to play like that more consistently, they would be a pretty solid team to go up against. make normal teams work. But today we are not seeing a normal Tufts Jumbos. They are coming out and playing ridiculously well, minimizing all sort of errors, playing with this defensive and offensive scrappiness, coming up with these different random combo plays that seem to be playing out very well for them.
Yeah, and in some of the previous games, we've seen the Jumbos with a much more well-rounded approach to their offense. We see Janelle Yarwood and Maya Light would get up to those 8-9 kill counts, but this time it's more of their captains getting the work done. Kate Dessler with 11 kills, Jennifer Ryan with 9. Ariel Zedrick back to serve. She has 20 assists on the night. Going to try and make it some more, but she gets that one out of bounds. Point going over to the Camels.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're the Jumbos. You usually want to see yourself come out of that timeout and win the first point. Usually tends to put a little bit of pain in the hearts of the other team. Makes it seem like that victory is even more elusive.
Amanda Kreidler back to serve. Camels need some sort of momentum here on this run. Lee back into the game. Farrer with the spike.
So again, that's some of the offensive scrap I was talking about. That ball off of the first pass was looking like it was going to go over. That very easily could have ended up being a Camels point if they went up to block it, or even worse, spike it down into the ground. Beautiful plays out of our setter and middle here to create a point for the Jumbos.
Once again, a 10-point lead for Tufts. They're 7 points away from clinching their first victory here in NESCAC competition.
And that's an ace. Beautiful serve right into the seam of the defense there. A little bit of confusion as to whose ball it was. Ends up being a point for the Jumbos.
Janelle Yarwood with an excellent serve there, picking up another ace. And now the Jumbos are just inching closer and closer to that coveted victory. Yarwood was serving once again. This time goes much shorter. She goes much shorter. Finds the kill. Finds the ace.
It's those variations in serves that are going to be very difficult for the Camels to read it. They're going to have to try and come up with a little bit of defensive scrap themselves to keep them in the game.
20-8 now. This has been a dominant third set for the Tufts Jumbos. Janelle Yarwood tries to find Avery Light, and she hits it way too far away.
That is back-to-back aces for the Jumbos here. Incredible serve here.
Janelle Yarwood with those 4 service aces on the night. Going to try and make it another one here. This time Light will get it up in the air, but nobody's home.
Oh, that's upsetting. Nice high pass to the middle of the court. It was in the back row, so it would have been a little bit more difficult for the Camels to try and create an amazing offensive opportunity out of that. But it does result in another ace for the Jumbos. Back to back.
What an absolutely magnificent service run today here for Janelle Yarwood. And they're just really not letting the Camels get any sort of momentum here. Going to try and do it again here. LeDuc on the attack, but Brittany Bennett entering the game gets the block.
Man, that's got to feel good. Coming off of the bench in a very dominant third set. Coming in, not getting the opportunity for a kill yet, but an amazing block. It's got to feel good for the stat sheet and for the player herself.
Already 2 points away from clinching this third set. This has been a quick one, Jordan. Janelle Yarwood once again back to serve.
Ooh, is she going for ace number 5? 5 for the last 6 would be a pretty amazing feat. It looks like we have some sort of confusion. We have the up ref asking for a ball change or questioning the ball. Not 100% sure. One of the players might have said that it's a little deflated. That can influence a point a little bit, but it seems like everything is all good, and we're going to get right back into it.
23-8. The Jumbos find themselves with a commanding 15-point lead in the third set.
2 sets away from a win, and again, it seems like we are checking something out, this time on the Camels side. Little unclear as to what it is. Looks like their coach is just telling them to side out. Never mind.
Yarwood on the serve. Finds Light. This time Daly will pick it up. And for the first time in what seems like a while, the Camels get it over. Can they recover this though? Lee.
Oh, amazing
just
save.
Nice saving that one here. Daly. They try to find Light again. Stephanie Lee up to Ariel Zedrick. This time it's Yarwood from the backside. Hits the net. Point going over to the Camels.
Oh, so we saw a really good set of defense there from both sides. We had the first pass off of the serve a little bit off, and then we had the liberos, each making an incredible play each. one off of that first pass, and the other on what looked like an offensive confusion from the Jumbos. Looks like they were trying to run a quicker ball, one that I like to call a 31, where the middle comes in a little bit off of their normal position between them and the outside for a quick kill. Middle off, Stephanie Lee, amazing save though.
Janelle Yarwood exiting the game after that brilliant run. Anna Nachmanov comes in and gets the first receive. Kate Dessler from the left side gets blocked partially, but it's still alive and in play, but just goes out of bounds. Tufts finds themselves at set point and at match point.
Looked like we were starting to see a little bit of life coming out of the Camels defensively. We had an amazing pancake there. Ball looking like it was going to go straight down, extending the hand to try and create a little bit more space to grab the ball. Sadly, Camels can't get the points, and we are looking at match point.
Stephanie Lee looking to end the game here for the Tufts Jumbos. Zedrick with the receive. Dessler picked up by Daly. Carey this time finds Leduc again. Zedrick going to find Fairher one more time, and bit of a whistle there by the referee. Going to be another point going over to Connecticut College.
We saw a double hit on that set there. Ball came out of her hands looking like it was spinning. So double contact like that, very illegal. Points for the Camel. Let's see if they can manage a 14-point run here. If they lose any one, the match goes over to the Jumbos. They have zero room for error as they try to push for a set 4.
Christina Leduc with 6 kills on the night. Find themselves at match point. Whistle blows.
Point Jumbos. She crossed over the line on the serve. She looked like she was trying to hop over it, but she missed. Steps on the line there. Jumbos take the game.
Well, it was a bit of an anticlimactic finish after all of that back and forth action in the first 2 sets. But Jordan, we find ourselves in the place that most of us probably expected. Tufts taking the 3-0 to open NESCAC play here against the Connecticut College Camels.
And what an impressive win it was. A very solid first set, followed by a back and forth second set. But once the Jumbos got going, it was a very easy win for them. Third set, pure domination.
So much to look forward to for the Tufts Jumbos here. And for the Connecticut College Camels, they've got another set of difficult games ahead of them as well. They face Bowdoin tomorrow and I believe Wesleyan after that. So very tough schedule for them. But for the side of the Tufts Jumbos, this is just the first of, I think, 10 games for them in NESCAC play. They face up against Wesleyan tomorrow. Our very own Henry Stahl will be taking that game for us as well. But we're going to take a short break from here, us at JumboCast. When we come back, Sam Brill will have an interview with one of the Jumbos players after their victory.
I'm here now with Cora Cunningham, a sophomore starter for this Jumbos team. How did it feel to start today in NESCAC play against this Connecticut college team?
I mean, it was absolutely amazing to start. I'm so grateful to have such great teammates and role models that make jumping onto the court so easy. They're here, they're my biggest supporters, and yeah, it's so fun.
And you guys faced some adversity there in the middle of the second set. You know, Connecticut College had a couple leads. How'd you guys battle back and really get back in the game and take that second set?
I mean, they put some really aggressive defensive play on us, and the biggest thing was just to keep communicating and talking and keeping our energy up, and when we do that, everything just becomes so much easier and allows us to execute our offense.
Absolutely, and you guys have another tough opponent tomorrow, another NESCAC matchup against Wesleyan. What's your game plan for that?
Pretty much same way as we ended this third set, just being super disciplined, communicating, keeping our energy up, and we're ready to go tomorrow. Super excited.
Awesome, and congratulations on the win. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
Well, thank you very much, Sam, and thank you very much to Cora Cunningham for the fantastic interview. Jordan, we saw a lot of great volleyball here today, and the Tufts Jumbos have only one way to go for the rest of NESCAC play, and that is up.
Yeah, and up they're going to go if they keep playing like they did today. Great offense, great defense, a lot of scrap.
Yeah, the NESCAC action does not stop this weekend, though. Tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. to see the Tufts Jumbos go up against the Wesleyan Cardinals. We'll have Lily Brinsencover and Henry Stahl on the call for then. Until then, I'm Andrew Howe, joined here by Jordan Burke. Want to thank our good friends Sam Brill, Cougar Hansen, and Henry Stahl, all working the production behind the scenes. Well, once again, this has been JumboCast here presenting NESCAC Volleyball. We'll see you tomorrow for women's soccer and some more action against Wesleyan.